call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Shalom Al Barakim, La Bakarim, Shayasha Allah, Wazakwanim, Great Millstone. It's most high in the name of the Son, peace and blessings to the elect of Israel and the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Now, this is just some prophecy coming to pass. This is breaking, as in with the last 24 hours. This is out of two articles here concerning Iran. This is the Times of Israel. Iran threatens faster uranium enrichment if nuclear deal is violated. So I'm just going to read down here. I'm going to put this information under the video, but there's some specific stuff here that's very important, especially if you're wise in these times and you're in the prophecies. This is good news right here. It says earlier Wednesday, Iranian Parliament Speaker Ali Larijani urged Salih's organization to get ready to build a new nuclear enrichment plant in response to what he said were hostile measures by U.S. officials and legislators. Iran's nuclear agency, he said, must prepare the plan for building a nuclear plant for enrichment to the degrees needed by the country based on relevant laws and inform the parliament on the process. On Tuesday, Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif scorned U.S. global influence as impotent and boasted that Iran got its way in the landmark nuclear deal and that the U.S. cannot do a damn thing, quote unquote, the U.S. cannot do a damn thing to intervene in its affairs. Okay, this is Isaiah 55 and 11. It says, "So shall my word that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it." That's why this guy said this. Alright, he said the U.S. cannot do a damn thing to intervene in its affairs. Now here's another article. Okay, this one's entitled "The Iran Deal, a Blueprint for War." Alright, now it says secret addendum to the JCPOA reveals an agreement even more flawed than initially believed. And when you read the whole article, it goes into it. And this JCPOA is basically, I'll put this information under here again, Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. It's the deal that the P5 countries, China, France, Russia, United Kingdom, the States, and Germany, and EU, basically the nuclear countries made with Iran for them to lessen their uranium enrichment in the facilities, as well as other things. And when you read down into this, there's some good stuff in here. Alright, it says to refer to the Iran deal as deeply flawed is a fact, a gross understatement. The JCPOA contained many disquieting clauses that many, including Obama supporters, saw as gravely dangerous. The deal made a mockery out of Obama's claims that Iran's nuclear facilities would be subject to anytime, anywhere inspections. In fact, under the deal, Iran is permitted to delay inspections by up to 24 days. Moreover, the Parchin facility, where Iran has conducted its most secretive nuclear experiments, continues to remain largely off limits to international inspectors. Alright, it says it now comes to light a secret addendum to the deal permits Iranians to reduce their breakout time and the time needed to produce enough weapon grade material sufficient for the manufacture of nuclear weapons from 1 year to just 6 months, or perhaps even less. They call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because this thing is speeding up. Okay, Isaiah 55 and 11. "So shall my word that goeth forth out of our mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it." And I'm going to get to the word that he said, okay, because I got another scripture here. It says, according to a secret document obtained by the Associated Press, key restrictions on Iran's ability to enrich uranium taper off after a decade. Under this addendum, the Iranians will be permitted to replace their older, insufficient centrifuges, the machines that enrich uranium, with more modern and efficient ones. The new centrifuges are in fact up to 5 times more efficient than the models they would be replacing. Moreover, according to the document, the Iranians will be allowed to conduct research and develop on even more advanced centrifuges. Alright, so now the Lord spoke through Joel, the prophet, and had him prophesy this. "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come nigh. And them scientists are the mighty men, okay? Because when you have your platoon, you know you got your medic, you got your infantry, the heavy gunmen, you got your tech guy, you got the communications. So those are all mighty men. And this, look at this, through the spirit, look what this says. This is Iran's nuclear agency. He said must prepare the plan for building a nuclear plant for enrichment to the degrees needed by the country. Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Okay, let's just see what that word prepare is. Badash. Yeah, make new. Consecrate. Oh yeah, make holy. Dedicate. Alright, because this is going to be a holy war coming from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Alright. Reading on here, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Alright, in Iran, they're considered weak because when you read this thing about this pact, there's an agreement here that says provides that the agreement provides that in return for verifying and abiding by the commitments, Iran will receive relief. Alright, that means they're weak. Relief from U.S., European Union, and United Nations Security Council nuclear-related sanctions. Because they're the ones that have the nukes, alright? And Iran is building theirs up, and there's nothing that this place can do about it. No one can do, because it's coming from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So shall the word, my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing to where I sent it. Alright? Joel 3 and 10, beat your plows into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Alright, basically arm up for war. Let the weak say, I am strong. Alright, so with that, I'm going to say, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Al Shah and Shalom.